Nice to talk with Chairman Emeritus of the Board of Trustees at American University, Jack Cassell, also class of 1977, and a current board member. And Jack, we're talking about the Stafford H. Cassell Hall of Fame because of everything that the world's going through. There isn't a class, there isn't going to be a ceremony this year, but I want to talk about the types of people that are inducted into the Hall of Fame. And when you're looking at potential inductees, what you look for and what you look at before coming up with the class and sort of the process there.
You know, there's a committee that we have that makes the decisions on our student athletes who are going to be inducted into the Stafford Cassell Hall of Fame. We look at the athletes in a couple of different categories. Their student achievements in the classroom is important. Of course, their performance on the fields and their character and hard work as student athletes.
It's kind of, interesting when you go and you start looking at the names and really dig into the history. I mean, they're Olympians, they're NCAA champions, they're professional athletes.
Yeah, and they're scattered between all the sports that we have also, which is very interesting. But yes, we have people who have been drafted high in the NBA draft. We have people who've gone number one in the soccer draft, people that went on to play for the Lakers and other teams. I believe that people like Andre Ingram a few years ago, he made one of the most emotional speeches at the Cassell Hall of Fame that I'd ever heard. As we listened to him at the banquet, it was more about what a quality human being this person is. And that was what struck me the most about his induction. But that can be said for almost every single athlete we've had come in. They get in front of us to be inducted, and they give the speeches talking about what American University meant to them. And I'm so proud of the people that we induct. And it's just a wonderful event each year.
It is. It's a fun event to get everyone together. There's a lot of energy there before the event and during the actual ceremony. It's a fun time. I want to ask before we let you go, have you had a chance to call anyone and let them know that they are going to be inducted? And can you think of a couple of the more memorable phone calls or exchanges that you had with someone letting them know that, hey, you're on the list this year to go into the Hall of Fame?
My most important time of being able to tell an inductee that he was going to be inducted was not actually someone that was alive. I got to call Kurt Kuykendall to let him know that his son, who was a soccer player at AU, Sean Kuykendall, was going to be inducted to the AU Hall of Fame about a year or so after he had passed away of cancer. And it was so meaningful to me that I got to do that with Kurt, to have that moment with him after he had such a very difficult time with all of the moments he had with his son's cancer and whatnot. So that was absolutely the most memorable of all the experiences I had in letting people know about their induction into the Hall of Fame. And the event was terrific. The things that were said about Kurt's son, and it was just very touching.
Well, tons of memories made at American University, and we'd like to thank you and, of course, your family for continuing to support athletics and the university as a whole. Thank you, Jack.